Half of 2026 is gone. And the scary part is not that time passed, it's that you are still the same person from January. Same habits, same excuses, same promises you make at night and break by morning. I get it. I was that person too for a long time in my life. But 6 months back, I stopped waiting to feel inspired or life to change magically and started building my life around the woman I said I wanted to become since I was a kid. No, I did not just change my routines and my habits, I changed the person behind it. My body, my confidence, my discipline, my environment, my standards, and my identity and everything about myself. And today I'm sharing the 5-step system that helped me stop restarting and actually change my life in just 6 months. But before the steps, there's one brutal truth that you need to accept. Most people never do, and that's exactly why they stay stuck for years. Here's the brutal truth most people avoid. Your life will not change because something outside of you changes. Not the timing, not your mood, not another person, not the opportunity, not even your circumstances. I was also waiting for those things in my life too. But the longer I waited, the more power I gave away. Then I realized I had to stop blaming everything around me or everything that has happened and take complete responsibility of my life. The responsibility to change was always mine. It took me years for me to accept this, but this mindset changed everything in my life. It's not because life got any easier, it's because I stopped outsourcing my future. But once I stopped blaming the outside and took complete responsibility, I had to face what was happening inside. Step 1. Flip the internal switch. Here's the thing. Everything changes the moment where your old self stops getting a vote. The moment where something inside you finally says, I am done going back. I remember about 6 months ago, I was listening to Dr. Joe Dispenza's podcast, and he said that real change starts with a conscious decision, the kind where going back is no longer an option. And it made me uncomfortable watching that because I realized I hadn't made that kind of decision in my life. I was saying I wanted a new life, I want things to change, I want new identity, but I was still keeping the old me close enough to run back to. Same reactions, same excuses and patterns, same comfort zone I kept calling safe, normal, and stable. And that was the truth I had to face. You can't build a new identity or a new life while keeping the old one as a backup plan. And that's the internal shift you have to make. The moment you stop saying, I'm trying to change, and start living like, this is who I am now. That's where your new life begins. But making decisions was only the beginning. The next problem is direction. Step 2. Goals and write new identity. Listen, you don't become a new person by accident. You become one by giving your future self something to grow into. So get specific. Do not write, I want to grow. Use SMART goals. Specific, measurable, time-bound, and challenging enough to require a new version of you. For me, one of the goals was content. I wrote the exact number I wanted to reach, by when, and the kind of creator I needed to become to reach there. And also, who do I need to become in 1 year and who do I need to become in 5 years? This is the part most people skip. Most people write what they want but never who they must become. So, you write both the goal and the identity. And every morning for almost 6 months, I wrote it all down. And until slowly, it stopped feeling like something I was chasing and it started feeling like someone I was becoming. But goals and identity means nothing if your calendar still belongs to the old self. Step 3. Build system, not motivation. This is where most people fall off. You can write the goal, you can write who you want to become, but if your day still belongs to your old habits, your old identity takes over. So I stopped relying on motivation and started acting as if I was already the woman I wanted to become. Meditation, yoga, gym, food, deep work, everything, I've scheduled it in my calendar. You know what? For 6 months, I did all of them consistently. Not because I felt like it every day, but because it was already scheduled and I have to execute it. And that's what a system does. It removes the daily debate and negotiation with yourself. You no longer wake up asking, do I feel like it today? The decision is already made. You just follow it. So, time block your tasks. One block for your body, one block for your mind, one block for your deep work, one block for your biggest goal or anything you want to learn, and one block for recovery. Because if it's not scheduled, it's optional, and optional things disappear on hard days. But your routine is only as strong as your environment. If your environment still belongs to your old self, your routine collapses, and that's our next step. Step 4. Change your environment. Your environment is either rehearsing your future or just repeating your past. And for a long time, mine was just repeating my past. Same room, same food, same content, same people, same habits that I wasn't proud of, and same patterns, same emotions, same everything. I kept saying I wanted to become someone new, but everything around me was still built for the old me. And honestly, all of that scared me and freaked me out. So I completely changed my environment in the last 6 months. I changed where I lived, what I wore, what I ate, what I watched, and who had access to me, and everything about my environment. And I even went on a yoga and meditation retreat because I needed space from the noise and from the version of me that I kept falling back into. And for a while, I stayed isolated. Not because I was running, but because I needed to stop performing the old version of me. And this is what most people miss. Your environment is not just your background, it's shaping you every single day. So if you want a new identity, create a space where that identity can thrive. Then once I removed what was pulling me back, I had to face the real cost of staying consistent with all of these steps. Step 5. Pay the price and track the progress. The life you want has a price. The real question is, are you willing to pay for it? Changing your life is painful, uncomfortable, but staying the same is. So you have to make a choice, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. For the last 6 months, I paid that price with time, focus, energy, discomfort, and consistency. But I did not try to fix everything at once. I used the 80/20 rule, the Pareto principle. What are the 20% of actions that create 80% of my results in each category? For health, it was movement, sleep, and food. For my channel, it was deep work, consistency, and better ideas. For my mind, it was meditation, journaling, silence, and mindfulness activities. And every week, I tracked myself and my progress. What worked, what distracted me, and what needed to change next week. Because if you don't track your progress, you keep guessing. And the life you want is way too important for you to leave it to just guesswork. And after 6 months of following this system vigorously, of course, things changed. I got fitter, more confident, more disciplined, and consistent. I grew, I changed, I became someone I actually respected and proud of. But then I realized the real transformation was just never about the goal, the body, money, looks, confidence, subscribers, routine, or anything. It was about the person that I had to become. Because the destination changes your life for a moment, but the person that you become changes your entire future. So for the next 6 months, don't abandon yourself, please. Even when it is hard, even when progress feels slow, keep at it. One day you'll look in the mirror and realize you did not just change your habits. You changed the person living your life, and that changes everything. And comment below 6 months if you're done waiting for your life to change and ready to become the person who changes it. And if this video hit you, the next thing that you need is consistency even on bad days. Watch this video next.